Please let me know you are here.
Bizarre and terrifying moments have been caught on camera that are creeping out viewers. Whether it's people glitching or unexplainable incidents, these unhinged clips are too chilling to watch alone.
Jeez! Yo nunca he sentido que me parezco a Dua Lipa, pero desde que me corté el cabello siento...
She was just filming a casual TikTok, replying to a comment like she'd done 100 times before. Everything seemed normal until people in the comments pointed out what she missed. Right behind her, outside the window, a figure stood completely still, just creeping at her. The woman never noticed. She kept talking like everything was fine. Ever since she saw the footage, she's been scared to record near windows again.
Me parezco muchísimo menos a Dua Lipa. Y es que muchísima gente me dice que me parezco a la Dua Lipa.
Spirit not welcomed. He felt something was wrong in his house. He couldn't explain it, but the tension, the cold spots, the strange creaks, they added up. So, one night, he grabbed his Bible and started reading aloud, holding a cross tightly in his hand. Seconds later, a book flew off the table.
Healing in this home. I ask you to take these demons away from my house.
Then the whole table dragged itself across the floor, but he didn't stop. His voice shook, but he kept going, and quietly left the room. It was clear. Whatever was there didn't want him staying. Wedding possession. During a wedding in Bali, everything was going as planned until something happened to the bride. Her mouth looked unnatural, and her body started moving in strange, twitchy jolts. She let out a deep growl as if something else had taken control of her. Family members tried to stop her, but even then, she kept trying to break free. Luckily, religious scholars were already present. Right then and there, they began performing a ritual and managed to pull her back from whatever had taken over. Sleep demon caught. Every night, this man felt a strange weight on his chest, like something invisible was holding him down. So he set up a camera near his bed. What it captured was horrifying. A shadowy, demon-like figure appeared right next to him. It slowly climbed onto his chest while he slept, unmoving. He finally had proof, but watching it back just made things worse. He revealed in the description of the video that he has started living at his friend's place until he can get a new place. Railroad ghost. A traveling couple managed to capture a spirit on camera that was of someone who passed away on this railroad. The camera just barely captured it, and it's difficult to identify the ghost at normal speed. The video was even featured on a TV show which scared the hosts. Haunted garden. The cameraman was sure that his garden was haunted, but no one believed him. Now he has the proof. Something utterly scary and nightmarish was seen lying in the ground. It had no eyes with a menacing mouth that would frighten anyone. He told his friends he saw it here, but it had vanished. The cameraman was so shaken by all of this that he could not hold the camera properly. But then he captured a truly terrifying moment. That haunting ghost was standing right behind his friends, and he ran away screaming at his friends to do the same. Haunting face. A wholesome family dinner was disturbed by an uninvited guest. At first, the person recording didn't notice the creepy face lurking behind the door frame. It was only when they watched the video back did they notice the scary face. They also mentioned that whenever they go by that door now, they feel a sense of dread, as if being constantly watched. So let me ask you this: how safe do you feel in your home? Audition gone wrong. While giving an audition for singing, they heard a woman scream coming from outside. Both of them immediately stopped, and the pure terror of the scream could be seen on this woman's face. Both of them went outside to investigate when the camera mysteriously fell down, knocking down other things as well. And it captured a yokai on camera. Her haunting, lifeless eyes, wet dark hair, and pale skin are nothing short of a nightmare, and she is known as yokai in Japanese folklore. Creepy stalking ghost. A couple of friends were enjoying a night out in Japan when their camera captured one of the most horrifying moments. Across their table was a creepy-looking girl that they thought was strange. But later on in the video, her scary face could be seen with no human expressions and terrifying eyes. She was unbelievably pale, and they saw her again. She was stalking them, trying to haunt them as much as she could. But what she ended up doing traumatized everyone for the rest of their lives. They thought she was gone, but just seconds later, she was caught on camera one last time, but they didn't see her. Human disguise. This footage was uploaded on 30th June 2025 after a White House press conference, and one of the people there noticed a woman who had been acting bizarrely from the start. This unknown person started recording her weird behavior and managed to capture a shape-shifting moment on camera. As she looked around and adjusted her hair, the woman's face transformed with a wide, eerie smile, and her eyes went completely white. She returned to normal after exposing her reptilian identity. Skeptics have said the video might be tampered with. However, no one has tried to disapprove it yet. Disturbed prayer. While the preacher led the prayer, one man suddenly began acting differently. His body shook, his head dropped low, and then he went into prostration, out of sync with the others. People nearby could feel something was wrong. Some believed he wasn't acting alone, that something else was reacting to the prayer. He left right after, and nobody ever saw him again, even though these prayers are performed within close communities. Kitchen nightmare. In this mysterious clip recorded inside of a restaurant kitchen, one of the workers suddenly got pulled by an unseen force. Something tugged at his leg, and his shocked expression said it all. It wasn't another employee, and the clip doesn't show something being stuck to his feet either. So what caused him to slip, and who pulled him back? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Mysterious cryptid. This footage comes from Utah from a backyard security camera that captured an unidentified specimen near the pool. When the camera panned, a figure slowly emerged from the darkness with two visible long arms and a dark upper body. Since it was sometime around 2 or 3 a.m., it was impossible to make out its face, but the skin looked eerily scaly and green. This mysterious figure was identified to be a cryptid that may have come from a nearby forest, and apparently it was trying to drink from the pool. After a few seconds, the mysterious cryptid disappeared and went back into the forest behind the house. Strange smile. During a live broadcast somewhere in China, one of the cameras caught one of the most unsettling sights. She turned towards the camera with an eerie, almost unsettling smile that looked supernatural and not something human beings are capable of doing on their own. She even turned her head, which only made the visual more creepy. But then she just corrected herself. The most confusing part about this live event were the other women sitting next to her that didn't react to her at all. Chilling stare.
I've ran countless investigations. In the past few years,
People noticed something bizarre during the speech of Senator Chuck Grassley. This unidentified man had locked his eyes at the camera, staring in an eerie way. What's even more frightening is that the man didn't seem to be blinking at all. Soon, the clip went viral on social media and sparked a lot of confusion and fear among people. Some even claimed that he was perhaps a telepath. What do you think?
very legitimate congressional inquiries.
Church contortion. During a quiet moment inside the church, a man was taken aback by the sermon that he got on the floor, but instead of fainting, his body took on a strange shape. He was moving in an unnatural way, bending his body in such a way that it looked incredibly uncomfortable for him. It went on for only a few seconds, and the woman that was scared of him can be seen trying to console him as he didn't know what he just did. Ghost encounter.
Yeah.
He wanted to record their first moment together, and as soon as they reached the park, something happened to the cameraman. He fell down, and the woman can be seen trying to help him up. But another pair of feet were seen walking across. They belonged to this terrifying apparition who was staring at them, but neither of them even realized the ghost was there. It just stood there before vanishing into thin air. What or who did the camera capture? Let me know in the comments if you've ever seen a ghost. Ghostly customer. At a store, the door swung open by itself, and it looked like it might have been the wind, and the employee looked like she was going to close the door, but she opened the other one and proceeded to greet someone. However, no one was there, at least not on camera. A customer had walked in, according to the woman's behavior, but a customer only she could see and interact with. When other employees walked in, they noticed she was talking to no one. They told her that which made her legs weak from shock. Only she could see this ghost customer, and CCTV caught all of it happening. Ghost of Longleat. This scary video was captured in Longleat House that is said to be haunted, and the man in the video never recovered from what he saw. He heard footsteps on the stairs, and a shadow of a person can be seen in the video as well, but there isn't anyone on the stairs. The lights were also not working properly, turning on and off on their own. Once this shadowy figure disappeared, everything went back to normal. The cameraman was too spooked to take another step, so he left the house. Midnight terror. Late one night, a boy woke up after hearing banging sounds coming from the kitchen. His mom wasn't in her room either, so once he went downstairs, he saw her just standing there, facing the counter, repeatedly opening and closing the stove. She looked like his mother, but wasn't acting like her. He got scared, so he ran out of the house. The video ended there, so we have no idea what happened next.
Mom?
Disturbing transformation. This one's straight up nightmare material. A woman is caught on camera, not just screaming, but doing it in a way that leaves you cold. Her tongue sticks out, wriggling in unnatural patterns, almost like she's taunting whoever's filming. Her face shifts into a twisted expression. Her look alone was haunting enough for some viewers, but for some, it was the way she was behaving. Some say she was possessed. Others think it's a darker side of something supernatural. Either way, it's hard to explain. Scary encounter.
Hey, look at this. What wouldn't... Okay,
Back in 2015, a YouTuber was exploring a forgotten house, one of those places you instantly regret walking into. Most of the rooms were empty, but then he entered one that felt wrong. Lying in the center was something strange, maybe a mannequin, maybe remains. It looked human, but not alive. He was standing still, creeped out by this sight when the door behind him slammed shut. He didn't stick around to find out what was, and ran out of there.
Jesus!
Disturbed spirit.
Is there anybody in this room with me that would like to communicate?
Tired of the weird stuff happening at his house, this guy decided to try a Ouija board. He just wanted answers. But the moment it started, things got worse. The cross hanging on the wall flipped upside down. The planchette slid off the board by itself. Then came a low whisper. That was way too close.
I learned my lesson.
He left the room and didn't go back. Whatever he contacted didn't just want to talk.
If you're here, please let me know you are here.
Haunted bathroom.
Alright, let's get you some camera.
He kept hearing strange sounds from the bathroom. Light switches clicking, cabinet doors creaking, and sometimes actual whispers. At first, he thought he was just paranoid, but one night, he finally had enough and set up a hidden camera. Hours later, the footage showed the light flick on by itself. Then, slowly, one cabinet under the sink creaked open. Then another and another. That was all the proof he needed. Whatever was living there wasn't just in his head. Office meltdown. This one happened back in 2012 at Castlefield House in Manchester. Security guards were reviewing late-night CCTV when they saw something impossible. Chairs were being thrown across the room, computer monitors glitched and flickered, shadowy shapes moved across the walls, and piles of paper flew into the air like someone was losing their mind. But the building was completely empty. It still remains unexplained to this day. Dragged from bed. A few days after messing with a Ouija board, this man learned the hard way that some doors don't stay closed. While he was asleep, an invisible force grabbed his legs and pulled him up, lifting half his body into the air. His home security camera caught the entire thing clearly. He managed to break free, and since nothing like this had happened before, he knew it was because of that Ouija board, which he got rid of the same night. Disappearing trespasser.
Vocês nem esperaram pra festa aí, né, mano? Meu Deus do céu, que porra é essa, velho?
A couple of friends were having a sleepover in the state of California about 2 years ago, and one of them had decided to film it, but it was just these 4 friends that appeared on camera. An unknown person was caught walking by the kitchen window that looked out into the backyard. Whoever this was had entered their home.
Eu vi uma coisa aqui, Thiago. Tem uma coisa que passou aqui, velho.
The cameraman rushed towards the window and looked out, but no one was there. It was as if this person vanished, like a ghost. They even checked the bathroom and caught nobody.
Eu vou voltar a câmera. Eu vou voltar a câmera e você vai ver, velho.
Creepy sighting. Two Japanese schoolgirls were getting ready after their gym class when in the corner, a dark shadow materialized. It was a bit difficult to make out, but there is no doubt it was a silhouette of a person. The shadowy figure had no facial features, but it was obvious the ghost was looking at the two girls getting ready. There is a theory that it was the spirit of the school janitor that had passed away 7 years ago. If that is true, then this is really creepy. Possessed wife? A man had been noticing something strange about his wife. Nothing obvious, just little things that felt off, so he set up a camera in their bedroom to see what was really going on while they slept. Around 3 a.m., the footage caught something unsettling. His wife slowly sat up, turned her head, and stared straight into the camera. Her expression didn't look like her own. Her face looked twisted, cold, and completely inhuman. She stayed like that for a few seconds, then went back to sleep in an instant. There was something inside of her that was caught on camera. Mysterious bus girl. A group of friends was riding a metro bus when they noticed a girl standing alone near the back. She wasn't moving, barely breathing. At first, they thought she was just zoning out, but the longer they watched her, the weirder it got. Her eyes were pitch black. Her face was blank. The girl stood there like something had taken over her body, and no one really noticed, except them. Trapped stranger.
إنسان إيش؟ أقترب لكي أدخل اللعبة؟
While exploring an old abandoned house, a YouTuber spotted something unusual. A man just standing in the corner. His face looked strange, like it had a fake layer over it. The explorer called out, hoping for a response, but the man stayed silent and didn't react.
طقوس إيش بتعمل؟
Nor acknowledge the YouTuber how a normal human would. Not wanting to push it, the YouTuber backed out.
إيش هذا أخوان؟
Live glitch.
Participation rate. Explain that to us and why we need to look at that.
During a regular live news segment, the anchor started glitching mid-sentence. Her eyes widened in a way that didn't look natural. And then, she just stopped blinking. She stared straight ahead, like she wasn't fully there anymore. It got so unsettling that the network quietly cut the feed. The clip left viewers confused. Some said it was just a medical glitch. Others weren't so sure.
We're in a very good position to talk about what's going on in the job market.
Unseen figure. After a long shift, a man was caught on CCTV talking to someone, but there was no one there besides him. Take a look. The CCTV footage confused everyone. When asked, he insisted there was someone with him. He looked at the footage himself, but swore there was someone there. Possessed gift. The doll she is holding was given to her by her father before he passed away. It meant a lot. So when she uploaded a video, viewers noticed something creepy about the doll. The doll's eyes moved, only slightly, but it was enough to give people the chills. And when a gift like this does something paranormal, there are a lot of theories. However, the most probable one had to be the one that involved the spirit of her father. Since it was a gift from him, some believe that her father is still with her, watching over her like he once did. Sermon gone wrong.
Não é mais minha. E essas mãos não mais me pertencem.
It was a calm, religious event. Tens of thousands in the crowd, watching Father Marcello Rossi speak on stage. Everything was going right, until a certain part of the sermon that called onto God was recited. One of the attendees somehow sneaked past everyone and got her hands on the priest. Then, this happened.
Para servir, para abençoar.
Everyone was shocked, and an audible gasp could be heard. Once Father Marcello got back on his feet, it was later revealed that this woman was likely possessed, and whatever demon was inside of her did not like what the father was reciting.
Maria passou na frente, pisou na cabeça dessa cretina. Estou ótimo.
Turnstile mystery. This was captured late at night when the station was eerily empty, but one person noticed this turnstile moving on its own. Now, a simple explanation would be that the mechanism malfunctioned. However, according to the uploader, who allegedly works at the station, informed netizens that this turnstile has been changed countless times, and it always ends up doing this after 3 days at around 3 a.m. mysterious man. In a small Romanian town, a CCTV camera recorded something that has left people unsettled for years. A man was casually walking down the road, nothing unusual, until his body began to disappear. Not instantly, though. He was vanishing slowly. First it was his legs, then parts of his arms, like he was fading out of existence one piece at a time. The footage ended before anything else happened, and to this day, this sighting remains one of Romania's shocking mysteries. Night Visitor. Every night at exactly midnight, this man heard someone knocking on his door. At first, he ignored it, but one night, curiosity took over. When he peeked through the window, he saw what looked like a tiny figure standing outside. He opened the door, but no one was there. Not a single sound. Not even footsteps of someone running away. Some believe it might be the spirit of the previous owner's son, who once lived and passed away here. Whether he's back or never left, such a sight is absolutely terrifying. Haunted doll. It was just an old doll that the cameraman had gotten as a prize from a freak show. It didn't do anything for months, but recently, something strange had been happening in his house. The man kept hearing laughs, and they weren't human laughs. They were also coming from the doll. Look closely. There are two arms behind the doll as well, holding its head. But once he got closer, there was no one behind the doll, nor was there any space for anyone to hide. He quickly threw the doll into the river, and ever since, he has been sleeping in peace. Ghost girl in car. While driving on a rainy day, this driver noticed someone in the back seat of the car in front of him. That had glowing eyes. He recorded this incident because, to his knowledge, human eyes do not glow. These eerie eyes belonged to a woman, because her long hair could also be seen, and it looked like she was staring directly at the cameraman. But he couldn't explain what he was seeing, and considering she was caught on camera, there was indeed a ghost girl in the back seat of that car. App catches ghosts. A new app went viral for one wild feature. It could read your face and guess your age, gender, and even your emotions. But after a few weeks, things got strange. Some users noticed the app detecting something else in the frame, a figure that wasn't there. It started popping up in random people's scans. An old spirit, over 100 years old, always lurking just behind them. It didn't matter who used it or where. The same spirit kept showing up. Was it a glitch, or is the app itself possessed? Store possession. No one knows what happened to this woman. She was simply going about her day and shopping at the supermarket when suddenly she started acting strange. Her body began trembling uncontrollably while uttering strange sounds. It looked like she was possessed by a ghost. She fell to the ground, and when bystanders rushed to help her, they couldn't decide if she was experiencing a seizure or something far more terrible. Sewer Nosferatu. Something sinister was caught coming out of this sewer pipe, and its hand looks ominous. But the person recording confirmed that she felt a strange feeling, as if something menacing was about to happen. So she ran away as soon as its face was caught on camera. But according to this picture, this monster looks eerily like Nosferatu. Paranormal activity.
I kind of heard something behind me, and that was actually this door here.
This last video before we move on the subscribers pick will have you feeling uneasy in your own home too. A man had been dealing with strange stuff around the house, so he finally started recording, just to prove he wasn't imagining it. He was home alone, but the footage showed something else.
Lights were flickering inside the refrigerator, and I thought that was strange. I had never seen it before. The water was on.
The weirdness didn't stop there. When he walked into the kitchen, it was a total mess, like someone had gone through everything.
All the chairs were on the floor, knocked over, all the cabinets were open.
He was already terrified, but things were about to get much worse. At 1:52-minute mark, the camera caught something no one expected. An upside-down face staring at him with wide, creepy eyes. And the scariest part? It was right next to his daughter's room. This only made his situation far more sinister.
I noticed something in the corner of the room, which is actually my daughter's room. So I screenshotted it, and I just zoomed in on it. My heart just dropped.
Now it's time for subscribers' pick of the day. Outside a hotel in London, a crowd had gathered to catch a glimpse of Lady Gaga. But when she finally appeared, everyone was shocked. She walked out barefoot, but her movements were more strange. This incident was captured more than a decade ago, and some people said she was doing a bit for her recent tour. Lady Gaga has been known to be eccentric, but this still felt off for many as she was walking slowly and stiffly. She didn't appear as if she knew what she was doing or where she was. Even her bodyguards didn't know how to react, and can be seen looking at one another in confusion. Conspiracy theorists said, like other celebrities, she is also a puppet, and this was her mind control malfunctioning. Those in charge just decided to use it for her tour persona. What do you think?
Give us space.